Acharya from
Ashram.
Ashram Mars. Because he is near. I drove with Shruta Shrav and he had a rented car, and we drove to Tijuana so that he could take sannyas there. Ashram Mars was personally present.
I ask one simple question? I'm finding that many Westerners, including myself, we're struggling with Riho Maharaj's name. What is the proper spelling and pronunciation?
Okay.
As I'm seeing lots of variations.
It's Bhakti Tilak Niriha. As far as I know, Niriha. Niriha.
Okay. I'm also seeing Nriho.
Well, you know, sometimes they write R with a dot under it, so.
Okay.
Maharaj, tengo una pregunta, ¿puedo hacerla?
Sí, ¿quién habla? Oh, Harinanda. Con todo el tribu, estás con todo el tribu ahí en...
Sí, con toda la tribu. Aquí está, y una invitada también.
¿Quién es la invitada?
Maya Didi.
Okay.
Está visitándonos unos días.
Okay. Están en la, ¿cómo se dice? En la República Independiente de, ¿cómo se llama?
De Cataluña.
La República Independiente de Cataluña.
Son muy revolucionarios aquí.
Ashram Maharaj, la familia de Ashram Maharaj, sus padres son de Cataluña también.
Sí, él me dice. Maharaj.
I was making a joke with him about he's in the independent Republic of Catalunya because they were trying to make their independence from Spain. All right, ¿qué es la pregunta?
Maharaj, tengo entendido que en el año 1959 Srila Prabhupada escribió un libro que se llama En la búsqueda del objetivo supremo de la vida. Y en ese libro hay un capítulo que está en el capítulo 41, se titula Diksha Guru y Siksha Guru son lo mismo. Y allí dentro de ese capítulo él menciona que Srila Sanatana Goswami es el símbolo del guru iniciador y Srila Rupa Goswami es el símbolo del guru instructor. Y también dice que ambos, el guru instructor y el guru iniciador, son uno y lo mismo. Y que a veces un devoto puede coincidir que su mismo guru iniciador también sea su guru instructor, pero otras veces se puede también tener otro gurú instructor, y que ambos deben de ser tratados con el mismo amor, con la misma rendición, y que un devoto no debe pensar que uno es más puro que otro, porque incluso podría llegar a ser como algo ofensivo. Entonces mi pregunta es, ¿por qué? Si puede explicar un poco por qué Srila Sanatana Goswami y Srila Rupa Goswami son el símbolo de lo que es un guru iniciador e instructor. Esa es la pregunta.
Okay. Well, this is what is dealt with in the first verse of the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktam Isham Avatara.
Bande Gurun Isha Bhakta Isha Avatarakam Tat Prakasham Tatat
Tatat Shakti
Krishna
Chaitanya. What?
Krishna Chaitanya Samyakam.
Okay. All the different kinds of gurus that one can have in one's life. There's the initiating spiritual master, the instructing experiential master, then there's Madarshika guru, and there's also who pushes one, Ritvik guru, so many different things. Govinda Maharaj one time told me, Maharaj, we are simple persons. He said, for us, guru is one. Whether initiating spiritual master or instructing spiritual master or Ritvik guru or Madarshika guru, somebody that shows you the path, points you to the path. He said, we see guru as one. That's what he told me. So sometimes, then there was a question, somebody said, well, there's so many gurus, how am I to see that guru is one? No, we're talking about who is your initiating spiritual master and who you are taking as personally as your instructing spiritual master. Srila Guru Maharaj, he said, Srila Govinda Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, they said, our line is siksha, is depending on instructions. So many of you are disciples of Srila Acharya Maharaj. He is your initiating spiritual master and your instructing spiritual master. He gave you many instructions. He wrote books. You're taking his guidance. But Srila Sridhar Maharaj also said, and this was very important to us, he told us, in the absence of one spiritual master, the case where one spiritual master departs, one should take guidance from a Siksha guru. Now in my case, I was a disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I had first, second, and sannyas from him. But then I associated with Ashram Maharaj, and I came to the divine lotus feet of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and then for many years with Srila Govinda Maharaj. So they were my instructing spiritual masters. So then Hariyananda, he mentions that Srila Prabhupada says that Srila Sanatana Goswami is my he said he is my, how you worded that, Hariyananda, dijo que es para nosotros el representativo de nuestro initiating spiritual master. And why he would say that? Why he would say that is because Srila Sanatana Goswami is our Sambandha Guru. And the initiating spiritual master is supposed to acquaint the disciple with what is sambandha, what is one's relationship with divinity, what is one's relationship. He will tell you what is pure bhakti, how you can take shelter of the Lord. He is the Sambandha Guru. He's giving you instructions. That is the principal thing of one's initiating spiritual master. He is teaching you Sambandha. He is teaching what is pure devotion, what it means to purely serve the Lord without any ulterior motives. That is my initiating spiritual master. And why Rupa Goswami is for one these example of one's Abhideya Guru, of one's instructing spiritual master. Because he's giving Abhideya, he's showing you how to enter into the divine service of from Sambandha Guru, you are hearing what is the goal. Then from the instructing spiritual master, and Rupa Goswami is the Abhideya Guru. He's giving you the process of devotional service, of entering, and then Prayojana Guru. We say sometimes Raghunath Das Goswami is Prayojana Guru. He is telling us what is the goal. But also Raghunath Das Goswami is talking about the divine service of Srila Rupa Goswami. So everything is connected in that way. Sambandha Videya Prayojana. So this way Prabhupada mentioned that Srila Sanatana Goswami he's giving Sambandha Guru. That is what your initiating spiritual master is giving you, everything. But he's giving you Sambandha. He's telling you what is the goal, what is pure devotional service, how it is different from like Rupa Goswami also says, Anyabhilasita shunyam jnana karmadiya navrita manukuyena krishnanu shilanam bhakti arutama. We want pure devotional service which is free from some ulterior motives and free from just some desire for some speculative knowledge. We don't want to go on traveling with our mind. We want to, as Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he said to Srila Govinda Maharaj, can you follow me and not follow your mind? So many persons, they're so much concerned about what their mind says to them. And that is very natural. My mind has been a very good misleading influence in my life. Now I can say that. Puri Maharaj, okay? No sonido.
También en una ocasión, Srila Govinda Maharaj nos dijo que él observaba el comportamiento de Bhakti Saranga Goswami. Bhakti Saranga Goswami era un devoto mayor que Guru Maharaj en la Gaudiya Matх, pero que él tomó sannyas de Srila Guru Maharaj. Pero Govinda Maharaj dice, yo muchas veces le veía a él actuar como si fuera un discípulo de Guru Maharaj. Entonces un día le preguntó Srila Govinda Maharaj a Bhakti Saranga Goswami, le dijo, Maharaj, usted es un devoto mayor que Sridhar Maharaj en la Gaudiya Matх, pero ¿por qué usted actúa como si fuera un discípulo de Sridhar Maharaj? Y Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj le dijo, tú no entiendes, Sannyas Guru significa Guru.
Yeah, Sannyas Guru means Guru, and he said Srila Govinda Maharaj asked, Bhakti Saranga Goswami was senior to Srila Guru Maharaj by age and time in the mission, I believe. And then Srila Govinda Maharaj asked Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj why you are giving garland to Guru Maharaj and all that. It was Govinda Maharaj's joke, because he knows that Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj is senior. But he says, you do not understand what Sannyas Guru is. Sannyas Guru is Guru. And Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj, he was always seeing that Srila Sridhar Maharaj was coming, I believe, to his Vyas Puja. And he was saying by Srila, what you can say, what was that? He said, each year, every time I'm getting one more year of my life. You remember that, Puri Maharaj?
Sí, que todos los años, un día antes del Vyas Puja de Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, era el Vyas Puja de Bhakti Saranga Goswami. Y Guru Maharaj iba todos los años ahí para celebrar el Vyasa Puja tanto de Bhakti Saranga Goswami como el de Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Y en una ocasión, Bhakti Saranga Goswami estaba esperando la venida de Guru Maharaj y alcanzaron a la distancia a ver que venía el carro de Sridhar Maharaj. Y ellos estuvieron muy contentos, empezaron un kirtan para la bienvenida de Guru Maharaj. Pero cuando abren el carro, baja solamente Govinda Maharaj. Y Bhakti Saranga Goswami le pregunta, dice, ¿y dónde está Sridhar Maharaj? Govinda Maharaj le dijo, no, Sridhar Maharaj no pudo venir en esta ocasión, él está enfermo. Y entonces Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj dijo, oh, yo siento que Sridhar Maharaj me ha retirado su misericordia. Yo pienso que este será el último año de mi vida en este planeta. Y Govinda Maharaj dice, y ese mismo año, Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj murió.
Yeah, Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj was always saying Srila Sridhar Maharaj as his guru. He was his sannyas guru. But Srila Sridhar Maharaj was attending to the Vyas Puja every year of Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj. And whatever Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj collected in his Vyas Puja, he gave to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. The collection from who was giving Guru Dakshin to him, he gave to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And he said that by the presence of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, who would come every year, he was getting another year of his life. By Srila Sridhar Maharaj coming, he was each time getting one more year of his life. And then one year, Srila Sridhar Maharaj was ill, and he could not attend. And he said that. He said, I am feeling by Srila Sridhar Maharaj coming here, I'm getting one more year of my life, and this year he could not come, so I think that this year I must leave this world. It was some indication to him, and it happened that way. That year, Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj, he said that Srila Sridhar Maharaj did not come, and so he was not getting one more year of his life, and he left that year. That is a divine arrangement. So that's what Govinda Maharaj told me. We see that. One time Govinda Maharaj told me, Maharaj, we are simple persons. In our culture we see that Guru is Guru. Whether one is Diksha Guru, Siksha Guru, Sannyas Guru, Vartmadarshika Guru, Ritmik Guru. Guru is one. So we're seeing like that. And I am trying to go on with what Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj said. He said we are dealing with heart-to-heart transactions, and that is what I'm really interested in. I am really interested in having, the guidance. I want the guidance of. I mean, in my life, I have many different gurus. I was disciple Prabhupada, Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj, and taking shelter of Srila Acharya Maharaj also, because what I want to do, I thought that I may pass away also. I do not know how long I'll live, so I was thinking Srila Acharya Maharaj, when I pass away, the devotees will take shelter of him here in this temple. He will be there. I know I have the association of Ashram Maharaj, and Ashram Maharaj, but he's little shy. He's little shy. He's thinking, it's just like, I don't know, Srila Prabhupada, he asked Guru Maharaj to please give shelter to his devotees when he left. And Guru Maharaj said, well, I was thinking he's doing everything. He's doing, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he's doing everything. And I was thinking he's already organizing and doing everything. And Guru Maharaj said, I could not think that I would outlive him. I did not. He is so energetic, doing everything. I could not think that I would outlive him. So I also thought that way about Srila Acharya Maharaj. I thought, I'm old. Acharya Maharaj, he's strong. He has so much energy. He's young. Then I know when I go that the devotees will have the shelter of Srila Acharya Maharaj here. I was actually thinking like that here in California. And the devotees are worshipping Acharya Maharaj and saying his pranam mantra. And then he passes away, and I was thinking, he will give shelter to the devotees. But I could not expect this. I could not expect that this would happen. Just like Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was doing everything. He was in charge of the whole West and everything. He said, I could not imagine that I would outlive him. But it happened that way. Srila Prabhupada left in 1977, and Srila Sridhar Maharaj left in 1988. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj lived 11 years longer than Srila Prabhupada. They're both of the same, similar age. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he appeared, I believe, in 1895. And Srila Prabhupada appeared in 1896. The difference between them is about 8 or 9 months. Difference between Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj was present for 11 years longer than Prabhupada. And after Prabhupada left, many of us took shelter of Srila Sridhar Maharaj as our Siksha Guru, as our guide. We went to Srila Sridhar Maharaj and we took shelter of him. And then Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he said that he established Govinda Maharaj as a successor. So from the beginning, Govinda Maharaj, he told, I said to Srila Govinda Maharaj, I would like to stay here in Navadip, because Srila Sridhar Maharaj was still present in Navadip. And Govinda Maharaj said to me, what are you saying, Maharaj? You would like to go to Calcutta, to go collecting in Calcutta? And I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. I was saying I would like to stay here in Navadip. And then Srila Govinda Maharaj said, I think it will be better if you go to Calcutta to go collecting. And that's what I did. I was in Calcutta, and Ashram Maharaj also, we spent many days there in Kolkata. You remember Ashram Maharaj? So many days we were in Kolkata, so long time collecting there.
Yes.
And I remember I was staying at Koikali, and it was raining. It was the monsoon season. And the streets are full of mud, and I'm pulling my dhoti up higher so I won't get it all full of mud. And then the people there in Koikali, they said, "There's one naked sadhu here," because I'm lifting up my dhoti to not get mud on it. And the people nearby the people in the neighborhood, they're saying, "There's one naked sadhu here." I was not naked, but they thinking that and I remember one time I'm on Mahatma Gandhi Road. I collected, and I'm on a tram, and I have to jump off the tram. I have to get off the tram because I have to go to the metro station is nearby, or to catch a bus. It was rush hour, very much crowded. 5:30, 6 o'clock in Kolkata, rush hour. We're taking mini buses in that time. And I have to jump off the tram. I'm on the electric tram, and I'm jumping off the tram because it is stopped, and it's on Mahatma Gandhi Road, but I see there's much mud and water there. So I jump off the tram, and I'm thinking that now I'm going to feel the muddy water will come up. When I jump, muddy water will be all over me. But I jump, and I did not feel the muddy water, and I'm wondering what happened. And I looked down, and I saw that I jumped on, I should not say this, but I jumped onto a dead rat. A dead rat on the street. So many strange happenings there in Kolkata. You remember? Mediheke. Ashram Maharaj Yob, Srila Sridhar Maharaj me mandoa. Srila Govinda Maharaj, he sent me to Calcutta to collect. Srila Govinda Maharaj me mandoa Kolkata colectar. Mucho tiempo hicimos eso. Ashramas, you remember those days, right?
Yes, naturally, Maharaj, naturally. It was Janardhan Maharaj taking the simple duty of a simple devotee collecting in Kolkata streets under the instructions of Srila Govinda Maharaj.
And you did much collecting.
And he was previously the GVC in ISKCON. And Guru and all these things, and there he was, so sweeping the mud in the streets of Kolkata, bringing some money with his hands to Gurudev. Very nice, very exemplary, admirable.
And Ashram Mars and myself were in competition. Ashram Mars, everybody is always saying Ashram Mars is very, very sweet, simple devotee, and his everyone thinking Ashram Mars is like a father for them, that he's giving them shelter. But Ashram Mars, I know Ashram Mars also, he's like that, but he's also very competitive. Anything he will do, he's also competitive. I'm also a little like that nature, so we're competing. One time when we started out, we were collecting together, and then Ashram Mars says, I think we will do more if we go separately. And then once we went separately, then the competition begins. Oh, okay, I did this, then I did. Like competition. Ashram Mars is like that. He's a very competitive person.
One devotee who also dedicated so much of his time for collecting later on, no? For collecting Parvat.
Yeah. But and Parvat Maharaj, I remember Parvat Maharaj also spent so much time collecting in Kolkata. It's very sweet devotee, Parvat Maharaj. And always arguing. My good friend, now gone. That Parvat Maharaj gone. He went for 1 year. He went to India, and then when he came back, and he discovered he was ill, and that was the last year. He did not become ill in India. He had some form of cancer. But up until the end, he was collecting. This is my good friend. Anyway, like I said, I thought Acharya Maharaj will be giving shelter to the devotees here in California when I die, but then he left. I asked Ashram Maharaj also to help in that way. Ashram Maharaj is thinking like that I will be here, so I don't know. And he's working hard in Mexico and South America. So, then somebody asked, Ashapri asked me, then when you leave, who will take charge? And I more or less thinking, that's not my concern. I'm not concerned about that. I don't really care that much. Who will take charge? Somebody will take charge, but who will take charge? I'm not so concerned about it. I don't know. I'm like sometimes childish in my thinking, but I'm thinking, they say, after you, who will take charge? I'm thinking, that's not my question. I'm not going to answer that. It's not my concern. If somebody says to me, well, we will put you in samadhi or something. No, please don't do that. Burn my body and spread the ashes in the ocean. I don't want to be in the ground. Please spread my ashes in the ocean when I leave. That's what I'm thinking. That's my desire, but I don't know. People will listen to that. Who will follow me? Ashramars can follow me, or someone else can follow me. I don't know. I'm not concerned about that. You know.
We won't follow.
Huh?
We won't.
What is that? I like the ocean very much. When we had Ramai's ashes, and we got one boat to put the ashes in the ocean, 2 whales swam along with the boat. 2 whales, and we put the ashes, and the 2 whales were following us. And the captain of the boat said, it was a small boat. We rented one boat or something to put the ashes in the ocean. And the captain of the boat said, I have never seen that in my life. I have not seen that. 2 whales followed us when we were putting Ramai's ashes in they were swimming along with the boat. Very special. That was, Ramai had passed away, but and we were putting his ashes in the ocean, but that was a happy day for me. And when I'm seeing these whales swimming with the boat, I'm very happy seeing that. I was thinking, these whales are very smart. They're very smart. They know we're taking Ramai's ashes to the ocean. Very smart whales. Very auspicious to see that. I'm thinking this is some divine, what you call it, some divine omen or something. Very nice. Yeah. And when I saw that they were arranging and putting Acharya Maharaj's not ashes, his divine body. What am I saying? I'm not thinking clearly. They're taking his divine body to Ekachakra. And just a week before, Nitai Charan, devotee, he passed away in Ekachakra also. Then I'm thinking, they're receiving Srila Acharya Maharaj's divine form in Ekachakra. What a nice place to be, Ekachakra. Govinda Maharaj, he told me once, you have been to Ekachakra? No, Maharaj, you must go immediately. So, Guru Maharaj went to Ekachakra to pray for the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and then he received some message from Nityananda Prabhu. You already have so much of my mercy, but you are not giving that mercy to others. You want my mercy, but you must give to others. And at that time, Guru Maharaj was not initiating so much. He was not initiating, but after that divine message from Nityananda Prabhu, he began to accept disciples. You remember something like that, Asha Maharaj, right?
Again, Maharaj, the last part.
Que Guru Maharaj antes no estaba tanto interesado en iniciar tanto a los devotos, pero después de recibir la comunicación de Nityananda Prabhu en Ekachakra, él comenzaba de aceptar discípulos.
Everyone, all the followers of Chaitanya Saraswat Match have heard that, Maharaj. Yes, very true.
That special land of Ekachakra. Is called
at that time
Virachandrapur is called, right?
Yes.
Virachandrapur.
At that time, when Sridhar Maharaj went and offered his obeisances to pray for the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu to stay there in Navadvip Dham, then many of the followers, the followers of the main group taking charge of Eka Chakra is not followers of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They are in the Nityananda Vamsa, or they are followers of Nityananda's family, like that. But many of them, they got some reverence, some respect, seeing that Srila Sridhar Maharaj was going there to offer his obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu. They were very, you may say, glad and offer. I mean, they revered that attitude of some of the followers of the Gaudiya Math showing some respect to Nityananda Prabhu.
Yeah, and when they saw the temple that Acharya Maharaj made in Eka Chakra, and the deities so beautiful and big, and the decorations of the altar, they was done by the devotees from Venezuela. I think in particular Purujit and Amita Shakti, they help with that, because they're making the clothes in Vrindavan and everything very beautiful, and the deities, big deities. And those people who are followers of Nityananda, who lived in Eka Chakra, when they saw that temple, when they saw that deities, they were amazed. They were amazed by that. So I'm thinking that Acharya Maharaj, his samadhi is there in Eka Chakra. Wow, that is very, very wonderful, because he made that beautiful temple. I thought that how he did that was like a special, almost like miracle. I thought that temple was, he did it so quickly. I could not believe that the temple could be built like that, and so nice, you know. You look at the pictures of Eka Chakra, the temple there, you're amazed. You look at those pictures that were sent by Sadhu Maharaj, and who else was there with the for the samadhi, was all the devotees from what they call what is the name, pronunciation? Bokaro. Bokaro. Okay. Bokaro is in Jharkhand, and the forest, I believe the forest of Jharikanda is also, which Mahaprabhu went through, is in Jharkhand. And Bhakti Nariha Maharaj, he's from Jharkhand. So many of those persons from Bokaro, came to help with the samadhi. And that temple there is so nice, and I think it is, when I heard that Acharya Maharaj, his divine body was being carried, his divine form was being carried to Eka Chakra, I was very happy. I was very happy to hear that. Such a wonderful place to be, you know, that divine temple of Gaur Nityananda there, right? Do we say Gaur Nityananda or Nitai Gauranga? What's the name of the deities?
I'm not sure, Maharaj, but I think it's Gaur Nityananda.
Gaur Nityananda. Okay. Anybody who visits that temple there, they'll be happy just to be able to be there. So much mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, and what a nice place that they have taken Acharya Maharaj to such a beautiful place, and he made that place himself. So divine arrangement. I did not know when Acharya Mars passed away, where I was thinking maybe his samadhi would be in the Sringapali. But then when I heard he's going to Ekachakra, then I thought, oh, the devotees, when they go to Acharya Mars's samadhi, they can go on pilgrimage. They can go on pilgrimage to Ekachakra. And they can go on the way. I remember we went to Ekachakra. We went to the place of Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur, after Mahaprabhu took sannyas and left Navadip, then Srivas Thakur, he had one place there in near, where is it, in Katwa, near Katwa, right? Srivas Thakur's place. After Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he got a place near Katwa. Then we went to that place when going to Ekachakra. You Ashamars, you were with us? I do not know.
Sometimes we have stopped there, Maharaj. I don't know if it is Srinivas place or Srivas Thakur. Some place near Katwa. Yes, when we are going always to Japan, no, to that to Ekachakra, no?
It is good if you mention this. I thought it was Srivas Thakur, because I thought Srivas Thakur moved there from Mayapur after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, but I may be wrong. I don't know. That I heard.
Srivas Thakur, yes, he moved. He moved from Navadip. That is true, and he went to another place. But I am not so clear, Maharaj, about that.
I thought it was I thought it was that place near Katwa. Anyway.
Maybe.
Okay. So now getting a little late. Any other questions? And during the week you can communicate. We'll try to give, try to help whatever way we can. Okay. Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Asha Maharaj.
Dandavat Janardhan Maharaj, Dandavat Puri Maharaj, Santo Maharaj is there, Dandavat Santo Maharaj. All the devotees there in Asia, in Europe, Australia, Africa, in America, of course. Sadhu Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Very late for many of the devotees right there in India and that part, Russia.
Yeah. What to speak of Rabinda Krishna, where he is in, yeah.
Yes, Maharaj is 1 a.m. in Singapore. It's morning.
What time is it?
1 a.m. Maharaj. 1 a.m.
1 a.m. in the morning. It is
yes, morning, Maharaj. Morning.
Okay, morning. It is no longer late. It is early.
Very good.
Good morning.
Okay. So we can have Nariha Maharaj. You can invite him also. If he wants to participate, but he is named as Srila Acharya Maharaj's successor. He decides what he wants to do. He is. Everyone asking who.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, that'd be good, Maharaj. That'd be nice. Yes.
All right. We have talked with Nariha Maharaj. She's a very, very, very nice Vaishnava. Very nice. He's, I don't know his age still. He's young person, right?
Yes, Maharaj, he's young. Yeah, you're right, Maharaj. Speaking to him is really very sweet. A lot of inspiration comes while speaking to him. We get a lot of energy by speaking to him. So, yeah, he's very sweet, really.
Okay. My Dhanavats, Puri Mars. If I have done anything wrong, please don't take my offense, any of you. And anyway.
Dandavas Maharaj, Dandavas.
Maharaj,
Dandavas Puri Maharaj, Dandavas.
Dandavas Janardana Maharaj. Dandavas, Dandavas Maharaj.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavas Maharaj.
All Vaishnavas.
Dandavas.
Dandavas, Srila Janardhan Maharaj, Srila Ram Maharaj. Y nos alegra mucho ver a Puri Maharaj tan recuperado. Vemos que está progresando mucho y es para nuestra propia bendición que él esté tan bien. Mis dandavas a todos los devotos alrededor del mundo.
Dandavas a todos. Dandavas Priyachita. Dandavas Priyachita.
Maharaj, Srila Janardhan Maharaj.
Dandavas a todos los matos también.
Dandavas Puri Maharaj.
Dandavas chamaquitos y chamaquitas.
Dandavas a todos los devotos, Haribol,
Jai Gurudev. Gracias. Bhakti Kushalath Maharaj. Srila Bhakti
Dandavad Govinda and Nandita. Dandavad.
Dandavad Maharaj.
Dandavad Lakshmi Priya, Dandavad to Padre, to Madre, todos.
Sí. Ya se fue al templo, Maharaj, me quedé trabajando.
Okay. Mis Dandavats at Tarmoyi también a Nityananda Prabhu.
Adelante. Dandavad Maharaj.
Dandavad Arjuna. Dandavad
Gurudev. Dandavad.
Hari Bandhu. Okay. Dandavad for todos.
Dandavad Gurudev.
Dandavad Yame Kui.
To all the Vaishnavas, Dandavad. Dandavad a todos los devotos. Karyavandu Prabhu, Dandavad. Karyavandu Prabhu, Dandavad.
Dandavas, Prabhu, Dandavas. Lo veo más repuestico.
Sí, Acharya Rana Prabhu, Dandavad. Reverendo Prabhu Arjuna, Dandavad a todos los devotos, Amalendo Prabhu, Dandavad. Dandavad a todos los devotos, a los devotos.
Dandavas Arjuna Prabhu, Dandavas a todos.
Dandavad.